Okay, I have a cool effect for you today. For this, you just need 4 of each of the 4 suits. Okay, so clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds. So why don't we go ahead and just randomly stack these. You can have the spectator decide how to stack them. That would be just fine. So why don't we go ahead, we'll deal out the cards into 4 piles like this. Okay, now if you think about it, there's a real organization to the cards here that we need to address and destroy here. So if you think about it, right now they're in the same order relative to suit, right? Because of how we dealt them. So diamond, club, heart, spade. Now that ordering was actually decided by you, the order in which you stack these. Okay, but since they are, quote, in sync, we probably should destroy that. So what I'm going to do here is just move the top card to the bottom. Okay, so we're like this now. Maybe we'll move the top 2 cards to the bottom. So neither one of those are in sync. Let's move the top 3 cards to the bottom. So none of the 3 are in sync. And then we'll leave this one as is, since we can't tuck 4 to the bottom. That's the whole packet. So right now they're completely, utterly out of sync. They do not agree with each other at all. Okay, so let's have you randomly stack these again. Okay, it's your choice. Bottom left, top right, bottom right, top left. Okay, very good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to now deal these cards into 4 piles, and we'll have you help mix the cards further by just deciding what order to pick these up. Far left, top, far right, and then the bottom. Okay, so let's do that again. Okay, so we're just kind of dealing them out into a 4-hour clock is all we're doing. Bottom, then the top, left, and then right. Okay, now note to you as the performer, you can deal out the cards in this way with random stacking decided by the spectator. You truly can. Okay, far right, top, bottom, far left. Okay, very good. And now what we're going to do is we'll just go ahead and just deal out the cards again into 4 piles, but not stack them at this moment. So what I need you to do as the spectator is point to any 2 piles, and we'll go ahead and combine them. So this one and what other one? That one? Okay. So how would you like these stacked? I guess I should give you that choice. Left on right? Okay, very good. And then these, how do you want those stacked? Right on left. Okay, very good. Okay, so just think about all of the mixing and the random choices that you've made, because that will play a big part when we get to the reveal. And now from here, what we're going to do is go ahead and we'll perform something called a Klondike shuffle. And this is a great way to mix the cards. Here, I'll do it more slowly so you can see it here. So you're taking the top and bottom cards off as one, okay? So that's called the Klondike shuffle. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and perform. In fact, if you know how to do it, it'd be great. This is called a Charlier shuffle, and I can add a link in the description below. It's a great way to mix the cards. The Charlier shuffle. But most importantly, I need you to come in here and randomly cut, maybe I'll move them up here, randomly cut each of these packets wherever you would like. Okay, so maybe you'll go right here. Then complete the cut. That's great. What about over here? Okay, cut it wherever you like. Okay, and then you have to realize that your cutting has decided the final ordering of the cards here. It really has. I mean, the card that's on top is a consequence of where you cut the cards freely. And so to finish, all we're going to do is we're just going to deal out the cards into each little packet into 2 piles of 4 cards each. Okay, which technically is further mixing the cards. Okay, and then off to the side, I actually have a written prediction. And what this prediction will tell us, whether or not this is true, is it the case that you, from your birth, very possibly, was born with a magical touch. Some people just seem to have it, and others just don't. It's kind of like having perfect pitch if you want to be a musician. Now, the special touch I'm referring to here would primarily apply to the entire world of magic, okay? And the way that we'll know whether or not you have that magical touch, given all of the decisions that you freely made using your own human volition and intuition, I have a written prediction off to the side for what I believe would happen if indeed you were born with this special magical touch. So for the first time, let's take a look at the written prediction here. So let's bring it over here, open it up if I can. Okay, so each pile of 4 cards, which we have here with 4 of them, will contain exactly 1 club, 1 heart, 1 spade, and 1 diamond. Now, if you think about it, the chance that that would happen by chance alone is extremely small. And given all of the random choices that you made, really the only way that you could have pulled this off would be to almost certainly have that magical touch that we're testing for right here. Okay, so each of them I predicted would have 1 of each suit after all of your random choices. Okay, so let's just see what happened here. Okay, that's looking very good, guy. Spade, club, diamond, hearts. Okay, what about over here? 1 of each of the 4 suits. Club, heart, diamond, spade. You are doing extremely well. At this point, I would say you have at least half of the magical touch. Let's see, club, spade, diamond, heart. This is unbelievable. I haven't met too many people with this magical touch. You're one of the first in 2026 I've met. Heart, diamond, club, spade. You passed the test and have proven to the world that indeed you have this very special but elusive magical touch. Okay, so how does this work? Well, you just do everything that I did and it will work perfectly. So in the description below, I will do a full routine overview and explanation for each of the steps as to what's going on with the cards and the structures involved that guarantee that this will happen despite all of the random choices made by the spectator themselves, okay? And it's using some relatively new ideas on my channel dealing with Latin squares, which give rise to something called quaternary Bessey sequences of order 16. And that's exactly what is driving this effect here. So take a look at the description below for that full write-up and explanation, as well as a link to the Charlier shuffle if you would like to learn that very useful shuffle in card magic. So thank you for watching, and take a look at other videos on the Absolute Math Magic channel.